Good morning, YouTube. Your man all the way, George Page, coming to you live on YouTube. As a lot of people forget that there's more than one MMA organization outside of the UFC. There's Bellator, and UFC has cut some people. Now Bellator has cut some fighters, and this the list is notables are notably here is Frank Mir and Big Country Roy Nelson. And these are ex-champions among 30 fighters no longer with Bellator. And like I said, Frank Mir should have been long. I mean, he's gotta be. He's almost 50, and he's been has issue with steroids, injuries. I mean, I think he did an interview where he talked about suicide, and he should have been out of MMA a long time ago. I think his daughter supposed to be starting in MMA. And Big Country Nelson, I remember him from the Ultimate Fighter a few years ago. They didn't like him because he was a fat guy. I think it was the same season where they had a was the same season they had Kimbo Slice on? I think it was. And, he liked Kimbo, but Kimbo was that good of a MMA fighter because Kimbo had no kicking style or anything like that. He just had the boxing. But like I said, this is the list of the guys who are being cut from from Bellator. Okay, let's go in here. First, like I said, 30 fighters are no longer under contract with Bellator, including former UFC champion Frank Mir and longtime heavyweight mainstay Big Country Roy Nelson. Now, from former champions and headliners to relatively newcomers, 30 fighters are no longer under Bellator contract. It's time. It is unclear which fighters have been released and which have been, respectively, contracts came to an end. However, sources with knowledge of the situation confirmed that in mid-junkie on Tuesday that the list fighters intentionally reported MMA journalist Jason Floyd is accurate. The sources also to remain anonymous as the promotion has not yet made an official announcement. Okay, so let's see. There's no read Frank Mir, and Frank has fought title. He, one fight, he fought Brock Lesnar twice. The first time Brock killed him. The second time he beat Brock. And see, he's been around. He's been with Bellator for about 2 years. He lost to Fedor. Was it when they had that tournament last year? You know, you got Big Country Roy Nelson. He was on this, season 10 of Ultimate Fighter. You know, he won that year. And even though he won, they didn't like him. I remember watching that. He didn't like him because he seemed this fat guy. But he's been ever since he's been Bellator. It's been 3 years past. He went 1-5 leading to his promotional departure. You Nelson's lone Bellator win was against somebody. I can't say his name. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's good at Bellator. We have Joe Warren. See, nicknamed the baddest man in the world. Man, he was that bad you wouldn't get dropped from Bellator. Uh, Next up is Pat Curran. He had formed Bellator of his retirement. Long-time headliner and one-time Bellator featherweight champion. He's 2-3. Master 13-6 records with the promotion. Okay. Keep on going. Raphael Lavado. He said he retired. He's a former middleweight champion, has informed the promotion of retirement after his brain-related health condition came to light in January 2020. If you have issues with your brain, you need to get out of the game. That's just straight up of it. You don't want to end up being festival. That's the cat. There's a Gano. She needed that. John Finch. Now I know John Finch. He used to be a UC fighter too. He announced his retirement in September by leaving his gloves in a cylinder ring. That's a tradition a lot of MMA fighters do. When they want to retire, they leave their gloves in the middle of the ring. Finch retired from Bellator after coming to the promotion from PFL in 2017. PFL, Pathetic Fight League. I mean, I think they got a lawsuit against each other. They had a fight as a drawing Roy McDonald into the Bellator welterweight Grand Prix. Let's see, next up. Raphael, I'm not gonna say his name. Valarho, I think that's it. Won the promotion's middleweight title. Uh, Bellator 144 October 2015, a second TKO via body high target middleweight fighter Brandon Hasley. A major upset across the sports there. The successful title defense. He lost his title to Muir. I think the Muir guy supposed to be fighting Thursday night. And lost it back in 2018. Let's see. My phone's acting up. A former Glory kickboxer champion, Joe Schilling, burst into Bellator starlight within a knockout of Melvin Mehoof in 2014. Yeah, see, with 3-3 in Bellator. Yeah, he's scheduled to fight Curtis there, so it's he's been moved from the card after one of his quartersmen tested positive for COVID. Yeah, COVID has been awful. See, other fighters, yeah, my phone's acting funny. See, Rick Banjoras, Derek Campos, some guy named Chris, AJ, Mike Kimball, Christina Williams. Wow, she hadn't been doing too good. I think after she got beat by Nice Killhouse, so she, Christina Williams was the one that beat Heather Harder. She blew her nose. I mean, I remember seeing that fight. Heather was just bleeding all over her face. Himin, because I don't say his name. Vicious, don't say his name either. Manny Vasquez, Sean Bunch, Adele, Tommy, whatever. Whatever his name is. Daniel Crawford, Jermaine, I don't say his last name. That guy, that's his name. Richard Kiley, Owen, whatever. A lot of these guys, I don't, there's a Rudy. I'm the type of person. If I don't, I'm not gonna try to trash your name to say it, but you see the list. But like I said, the most notable right here is Christina Williams. I'm surprised she's leaving Bellator. I mean, she most definitely she ain't gonna go to UFC. She's not that. She's good, but she's not that talent for UFC. I would say maybe she might go to LFA. Maybe she might try to Invicta. Invicta's a good place maybe to build up your career. But like I said, that's a big surprise. I thought she meant, like I said, she hadn't fought since I think when Nice Killhouse submitted her, and that's been a while. So and like I said, claim to fame when she beat Heather Harden, and that was Heather's third fight in her career. She was because Heather Harden's right now 2-2, and she's supposed to be coming back. But like I said, this is just a list of Bellator fighters. I mean, and Bellator, they've been really doing pretty good. They got a show coming up on Thursday, and I already talk about where Vita Agiata is supposed to be fighting against Desiree Yanez, and and we just had not long ago Chris Cyborg just busting up Arlene Blanco. But like I said, they need to step up a little more. They need to maybe have maybe at least 3 shows in a month, and also they need to put more women on their fight cards. You got to remember, Bellator has a very small women's division. Other than the featherweights and the flyweights, they don't have any more. And you need to bring in Bantam, and they also bring in Straw, and they should do this. They also need to do Adam. As you know, Vanessa Porto jumped over to Bellator, and so did Deanna Bennett, because UFC didn't want to take Vanessa Porto, who's been a dominant 125 champion. But I wonder how she's going to do. I mean, she might have to face up against Liz Carmouche, and if she gets through Liz Carmouche, she'll probably throw somebody else against her. Probably, I think if Vanessa beats Liz Carmouche, she might fight Vita. And then she has to see what's going to happen between Julio Vasquez versus maybe Denise Smith Dynamite Killhouse. But like I said, this is just the list of all the fighters from Bellator who are being cut. Some are retired, and just, like I said, most definitely, like I said, Roy Nelson and Frank Mir really need to retire. They do. It's your man on the Red Dress page. Don't like, don't subscribe. I'm out.